Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. How much do you actually know about AI? And how is that relevant to confidence? When you hear AI, is the first thing that comes into your head, oh, robots are going to take over our jobs? It's not a myth. It's already happening. And indeed, that is one of the things that artificial intelligence is doing. But I want to ask you today, how much do you personally really understand AI? I have to admit, I didn't really understand it very well. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a scientist. I'm, not a mathematician to understand all of this stuff that takes formulas and code and, all of that. And so I let it go on around me for all this time. Somebody a couple of years ago was early on the ChatGPT train and contacted me to, help me understand, sell me a package of understanding how it was used. At that time, I just wasn't ready. At that time, I was writing every day and doing, well, the same thing really that I am now, but I just wasn't ready to get into it. A few weeks ago, I really don't know what inspired me or what compelled me. I started looking into using what I call AI chat. I'm not talking about the company called ChatGPT, that is arguably the largest and most successful company using what I call AI chat. But there are others, plenty of others as well. The statistics are astounding if you want to have a little fun and learn just the one company, ChatGPT, about what happened in the very first week of its launch and the months thereafter. I am never a first adopter, and I'm really generally not even an early adopter, but I do adapt in pretty short order. These are relative terms. So chat has been around for a couple of years now, and I finally just decided to look into it. I spent one weekend a couple of weekends ago finding out what this thing is. I barely knew what ChatGPT is, and I've heard about some of the other companies and, barely knew what they were about. And I really stay very close to, as you know, I speak myself, I write myself, I don't pay anybody to do my social media, all of that. So I spent some time doing some research on this and learning about it. And I became at once amazed and terrified. I realized what AI chat offers. And I honestly had the whole thing downloaded in me. All of a sudden, I know people have been doing this for years, but like I said, I'm not really the first on or the first in. And then you want to know what happened? I became paralyzed. I did. I honestly became a little bit paralyzed. Not to do my regular work, not to be like, oh, I do my coaching work with my clients. Nothing stops me from doing my coaching work with my clients. And also speaking. I continue to speak and I continue to write. But what I learned about what AI chat is, and the future of all publishing and all writing and all of everything as we know it is now changing. It took me out for a minute. I did some inner work. I breathed. I thought. I opened to the idea of what this was and the possibilities that it offers. And there's one thing that I can say, and that is I'm no longer one of the people saying, oh, I don't really know what that is. Like, I don't know what that is all about. Because after I came to through my paralysis of what is happening that we are in the evolution of right now, I realized there's good opportunity there. I work with women in the second half of life, women who I just had somebody say to me 2 minutes ago on the phone, yeah, my whole identity has changed. I've always been a working woman, but really I've been a mother and now my kids are grown and gone. And what does that mean for me? Who am I now? And I'm like, well, I can help you with that. But many of them are starting businesses of their own, or women who are in passion projects, retired executives who have some money to invest and really want to make an impact. They're in their legacy state of being and so on. I also work with people on thought leadership. I've been studying thought leadership for decades. I've followed countless thought leaders. I offer my own thought leadership in my own way. And so I know how it is to help people with that. The AI chat function supports all of this. It can support your marketing, but marketing is bogus if you don't get to sales. So it can support your sales. It can support your output. It can support the input. It really can support you in so many ways. And I want to invite you to just open up your mind. Open up your mind to it. Open up your mind about it. And if you want help with that, contact me. This is a very valuable service that requires an investment, because now that I know what I know and I can teach it to you, it's something that is going to be very, very helpful and has a very high value. I will be working with people to cross over from their businesses to their LinkedIn profile, from their marketing to their sales, and doing all of this using my intuition space. So I'm not afraid of AI because I have spent really a decade since I broke through 50, allowing my intuition to rise. So someday maybe they'll be able to fabricate intuition. Maybe they'll be able to take over humanity, and I don't know what will happen then, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to simply encourage you, if you have something to say, something that you want to do, something that you want to write, or an impact that's rising in you. If it's time for you to make the investment in that, I can help you with this. And in fact, I am so excited about the people I'm going to get to work with, really invoking this as a tool. But before we get to that, confidence is at play. It takes confidence to break through the fear and worry and anxiety about all of what is, about all of what is around us, what's happening to us. It does take confidence and soul connection to really be in a space to say, I'm going to do my part here in the best way, in a healthy way, in a good way, with great outcomes and positive reinforcement. And it does take a little bit of confidence. And so that's why I'm doing this. This is not a veering away from me of my primary work at all, but rather it's a further, deeper pulling in of things to support you if you are a person who is, wants to inspire others, who has a product or a service, an idea, a thesis, a mission in you. That is really coming up. I can support you with this. I'm going to be doing more and more work in this area, and also using it myself to further inspire you, to motivate, because our world needs you to right now. All right, friends, you know where to find me. If I can help you with this, I absolutely would love to. See you again in the Confidence Zone.